It was surreal, especially have family who grew up, watching SEC baseball and SEC sports, So I think that was kind of the surreal moment to be able to wear that SEC patch on my jersey. My grandpa was watching at home. He loves SEC sports, and uh, I think that was a surreal moment.
No, you're good. As going back to your college days, when you transferred from New Mexico Junior College to Texas A&M, why was the Aggies the place you wanted to be?
For one, it was closer to home. I wanted to get back to that support system, get closer to them, and for two, just kind of growing up in Houston, being around that Aggie Longhorn rivalry, kind of growing up in that, it was. I didn't really, honestly, I didn't know much about it until I went to A&M, but kind of like I said, growing up, I would always see the A&M shirts and then the A&M jerseys and the 12th man. I would hear things about it, so I was always interested about it. And uh, kind of when I took my visit for it, and I saw the camaraderie and then just the people, how welcoming they were, and how special that place was. That was it was a no brainer in the decision.
Was that a surreal moment for you, just growing up around that, and then kind of wearing that uniform and getting to be part of it?
Yes, yes, yes. It was surreal, especially have family who grew up, watching SEC baseball and SEC sports. So I think that was kind of the surreal moment to be able to wear that SEC patch on my jersey. My grandpa was watching at home. He loves SEC sports, and uh, I think that was a surreal moment.
Were they all A&M fans? Were there some Longhorn fans mixed in too?
Actually, no. Growing up, my family. So I was born in Mississippi, and so my dad was a big Mississippi State fan, and so I grew up watching Mississippi State, watching that maroon. So just being able to come back, we always kind of made the joke. It's like, hey, I'm still in maroon. So it was good.
Yeah. Also, how did your time, with Texas A&M put you in the position to be drafted, and how do you think they just helped you improve your game that year?
And it kind of introduced me to a different side of the game. It sped up. It really did. It's really good competition into the SEC, and then just coming into pro ball. Pro ball is hard. And that was kind of that wake up call. Like, hey, if this is what you want to do, this is what you're gonna have to compete against. This is what you're gonna have to play. And so, I just think going into that, of course, it's like it's the same game, but at the same time, it did speed up, and so I had to adjust in, and coming into pro ball, it put me in the best position to be able to adjust to pro ball. So it was good.
I feel like your college path was so interesting to me because I was kind of reading up on it, and
Hmm.
it says you had planned to play at New Mexico Junior College, but then
Hmm.
transferred to Wharton because New Mexico wasn't going to play in the season due to
Right.
COVID. And so you transferred back to New Mexico for your sophomore season, then transferred to A&M for junior
I
year.
did.
What I guess was that as much of a roller coaster as it sounds like? I mean, it's
Huge roller coaster.
being in three
Huge
different
roller
spots.
coaster. Three different spots, and I mean, it all started that senior season in high school with COVID. Once you go show up to the baseball field one day and they say no baseball, and so it's like, okay. And then I was gonna go to New Mexico, and I went to New Mexico, spent the entire fall there, and uh, you walk into the field again, and they say, hey, no spring season, and so now it's kind of like that drive on what do you want, what do you want to do? Is this something that you really want to do? How bad do you want it? And so kind of was offered some options, and was very blessed with the opportunity that Coach Porras gave me the opportunity to come to Wharton to play. And um, I was super grateful, super blessed for that opportunity. And kind of after that, I wanted to finish what I started in New Mexico, so I went back there and kind of opened that season, opened some doors for pretty much now what I have in the future. So it was a roller coaster, it really was. But in all things, I give thanks to the man on high, and he kind of put me through all those situations to make me stronger and make me into the man that I am today. So